Good morning on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. This is a response to a good 10 emails I've gotten. I am really happy everybody's enjoying the Cartrivision repair that I'm doing and updates that I'm giving you guys. I hope it's not too repetitive. I like to do videos where I show you step by step, because this work is very complicated, and I always get emails from people like, that doesn't look too hard to do, and trying to show people it's that hard. It's not easy work. I get people who are just, you get these guys out there, they're such smart asses, they think they could do this stuff, and I laugh every time. I'm like, all power to you, good luck, you're gonna need it. But anyways, this is in response to the Cartrivision. And actually the cassettes. This is a very, very good point. I've been getting a lot of emails about this. Somebody told me when Cartrivision went out of business, the bulk of their cassettes of their pre-recorded recordings went into a warehouse, which is true in San Francisco or San Diego or something like that. The tapes were in very poor storage and a very, very, how you say it, a crappy environment, I guess. A very, plus it was in a very salty air and everything else. The environment where they were stored was very bad, and the temperature fluctuations and temperatures and hot and cold in various places in California where it was at turned all the tapes that they had in storage to complete garbage. And the reason that is most people don't realize is Cartrivision tapes are contaminated. It's not that they are very sticky because the glue binder is breaking down on them, but they're very, very contaminated. So not only do you have to rebuild the machine and get it working, like where I'm at right now, you also have to have a special way of cleaning these tapes because they are very, very contaminated. You can't put them in a machine. The machine just won't drag them through the cassettes because they're so contaminated it's not even funny. So what I'm going to try to do is show you a picture on one of these cassettes to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, how contaminated they are. These things are very, very contaminated. All of them are like this. And you have to use, I worked out a system where I could take a reel-to-reel machine, and since it's half-inch tape, and set it into like a jig where I can clean both sides of the tape to get the contamination from the mildew and the organisms that were growing on these tapes, which happens a lot in California because it's such a wet and salty environment. You get a lot of organisms, like in a flood, you get organisms on tapes when the tapes get wet and they sit for a while. All kinds of organisms grow on these tapes in the dirty, dirty water. All right, that's what happens to these tapes when they sit in contaminations in warehouses. The same thing. So I'm going to show you this one. This is what you call a contaminated Cartrivision tape. I don't know if you can see it. See how close? All right, take a look at that. See all that crap on the top of the tape? This is what you call a serious contaminated Cartrivision tape. If you open up these Cartrivision tapes, they all look the same. Now, people are asking me, are these worse than the EIAJs? Actually, EIAJs are a walk in the park compared to these. This was a very early tape stock and a very crappy tape stock. Somebody mentioned on one of my posts that they said that they got a tape transferred and it didn't look that great. Well, there's two reasons for that. The first reason is they probably had a crappy machine that wasn't restored working properly, which none of these machines do work. I mean, this is a really, really obsolete format, folks. I mean, I don't see people that just have these things laying around that are working. On top of it, they got to be completely rebuilt and restored to obtain the best video quality from the pre-recorded tape. That's problem number one. Problem number two, guarantee you, whoever did that tape transfer for you never baked it, never cleaned it, and they won't go through that kind of trouble because, first of all, they don't know this equipment that well. I deal with the logistics of the obsolete video equipment, knowing all the problems, how to solve them, what causes it, why is the machines in such crappy condition. Once you learn all that stuff and you educate yourself over 30 plus years, you kind of know why tapes do what they do. I'm trying to bring the machine back to the way it was and then solve the problems with the cassettes, then be able to do the transfers to a good tape. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.